All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory goes unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well and taught us this truth. Shalom, salutations to the brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. And going into this lesson, I want to be going into just how Esau Edom is in rulership, man. Okay, and how our people look up to Esau Edom because he's in rulership. But they fail to realize that the only reason that they are in rulership, the reason why they have so much power, the reason why they have so much wealth, the reason why they seem to only be getting blessings, and for some reason the Israelites are the only ones going through curses, and the other heathens, they're also ruling and they also have power. But how Esau Edom is the top one. Hey, starting with them ishes, man. Starting with them J's, man, them J-double-O's. All right, sound out the J-double-O's, man. What does that come out to? Those are the ones that's on top, man. All right, starting with them. All right, but our people will look at the so-called white man and say, well, hey, I want to be like him. I want to dress like him. I want to be soft and effeminate just like him. I want to hang around them because they want to be like them, man. They think that Esau Edom is literally the stronger, better people than us, man, because they're in rulership. And in their minds, they'll say, well, it makes sense, right? Why? Because obviously the nation that's stronger, that's more clever and smarter, is the one that's obviously going to end up ruling. And the ones that are in servitude, they're the more dumber ones. They're the weaker ones. They're the ones supposed to be servants, man. But no, the only reason that we're in this predicament, all right, is because the Lord chastised his people. Matter of fact, we're going to start off with the book of Amos, man. All right, to tell you why the Israelites, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, are such in a low condition. And not only that, they are under the rule of their enemies, man. But our people don't consider it. Our people do not understand that, man. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh had spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So the Lord chastised. That's the reason why the Israelites are in a low condition, man. That's the reason why the nations are ruling over us. And that is a reason why our number one enemy out of all our enemies is ruling over us, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. That's the only reason they're in power, man. That's the only reason why they hold the power, why they have the wealth, why it always seems like they never go through curses. Why the fuck is that, man? It's because the Lord gave them the fatness of the earth. The Lord gave them this temporal life of prosperity and being over his people. Why? Because his people, the Israelites, went off, man. All right, and just like it says in the book of Genesis, man. All right, when he received that blessing, he received the blessing of the fatness of the earth. The blessing of the sword is how he's going to live. That's why he has all these military. That's why he's his hunters. That's why they love guns. But this is only for a temporal time, man. He ain't going to be like this forever. You don't fucking got to be a fucking, what do they call him, Uncle Tom? Or a fucking, I don't know how to say it in Spanish for Mexicans, right? you know, or any Latin tribes, any Northern Kingdom tribes. But, you know, basically any Israelite that tries to be and act like white people, man. You know? Hey, y'all are the biggest fools, man. All right? Hey, Israelites are the stronger nation, man. We are the strong. The scriptures tell you when who was it? When Isaac and Rebekah gave birth. When Rebekah gave birth to Isaac's sons, Jacob and Esau, hey, it says that one will be stronger than the other. And we know that to be the Israelites, man. Hey, the Israelites are the top in every field, man. They're the top athletes, top singers, top actors, top everything, man. Top inventors. Scriptures say that Jacob is the former of all things, man. You see that? We excel. That's the word I was trying to say. We excel in everything, man. Let me go ahead and look for the definition. A quick definition of excel, man. It says to be exceptionally good at or proficient in any activity or subject. There you go. The Israelites are very good, proficient. I mean, they're the best at everything, man. At everything. In any activity or subject, man. We excel in all things, man. We excel, man. We are the smarter nation. We are the stronger nation. We are the most spiritual nation. We excel in literally everything. But the reason why Israelites will say to themselves, well, if that's the case, then how come the so-called white man is ruling over us? How come the so-called white man lives these lavish lives, but the Israelites live poorly, constantly go through oppression, constantly go through curses? You know, we don't ever prosper. You know, again, we just read the book of Amos. The Lord is putting us through these curses, man, because he's jacking up his people for what they did. And that was to go against the Heavenly Fathers and go against the Heavenly Father and go worship these other gods, man. These false gods, man. All right. Let's read the book of Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at verse 1, man. All right. We got time, man. Today we got time. This is Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at verse 1. And it shall come to pass if thou... And this is talking to the Israelites, man. All right. No other nation could partake in the... Man, I always forget this word, man, but... You know, they don't have the luxury, I guess I could say that. They don't have this beautiful luxury of being near unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right? I forget the exact word I'm trying to say, but they don't have the you know, there's such a great good thing to be close and near to our Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, like the Israelites do, man. All right, so this is talking about directly to the Israelites. This is Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Come on, man. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. So the only reason, even though we're the stronger and smarter and spiritually above all these other nations, that shit literally does not fucking matter if we do not worship and serve and follow all the commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. You see that? Because guess what? The Heavenly Father is the one that controls who is in rulership, who is rich, who is poor, who is under the curses, who is going through blessings, who is so on and so forth, man. Come on, man. So from the first verse all the way to verse 15, it talks about all the blessings, man, that will come to the nation of Israel if they would continue in righteousness. If they would continue in serving Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity, man. And to not worship these false gods. To not convert yourself into a Gentile mindset, man. See that? But verse 15 to the end of the verse, to the end of the chapter, it talks about all the curses that will come upon the nation of Israel if they would disobey the Lord, if they will go serve other gods, false gods from these other nations, if they would live a life full of wickedness and iniquity, man. And that's why our people are in such a low predicament that they are in today, right now as I speak. And that's why they look up to Esau, Edom, man. This verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So you could read about all these curses, man. All right? You could read about all these curses. And this is exactly proving that the Lord is real, because this is what happened to our people, man. All right? An enemy took over the nation of Israel, man. All right? The enemy took over the nation of Israel. All right, let's read verse 65. It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither, that's why we're constantly oppressed, answering the question of why these Israelites always say to themselves, why are we always the oppressed ones? Why are we always the slave ones? Why are we always the ones living in the ghettos and the barrios? Why are we always getting cursed, man? All right, why do we go through more car trouble, financial trouble, 20 times worse than these other nations? Why is that? Because we're going through curses, man. Proving to the Lord that he is real. And ain't that ironic? He is real. Is real. All right? We are the nation of Israel, and the Lord is real, and he's showing us through the curses that he's putting on us right now, man. So stop all that fucking talk about I'm trying to be like the so-called white man because he's rich, he holds the power, he's on top. If I act like him, if I talk like him, if I'm such a fucking soft ass person like him, then maybe, just maybe, I will also be rich like him, have power like him. See, our people think about it carnally, but they don't ever think about it as, does the Lord have something to do with this? And that's the reason why these curses are fucking on y'all, man. It's because y'all are fucking without knowledge, man. All right. All right, let's go and grab because I just had mentioned how the Lord is the one that controls who is in power or who is rich or who is poor. The Lord controls all that, man. This Daniel chapter 2 and verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his, and he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. So the Lord is the one that sets up a nation to rule. He's the one that puts down a nation and sets up another nation. Just like in the times of Egypt. All right, he had lifted up Pharaoh. He had hardened his heart so that he wouldn't let the nation of Israel go until he fucking completely, basically destroyed Egypt. And then Pharaoh finally fucking let the Israelites go. Just so that the Lord could show that he is the most mightiest, strongest, most respected, the most feared God in the whole universe, man. The name of Yahweh and the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, man. Fuck, that's what he's doing now. He's lifting up the hearts of these white people. He has Trump in office. He's making them make these moves. But like it says in Proverbs, that the Lord even controls the king's mind, just like he did to Pharaoh's mind. He's not going to let the people go, the Israelites go. All right. He's going to continue to oppress the Israelites until the Lord glorifies himself in a miracle, in a beautiful, glorifying, more dramatic than any action movie you've ever seen, man. That's how it's going to be, man. All right. But just to show you that the Lord is the one that controls all this, man. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. And that shows you the strength and glorification of Yahweh by Hashem outside, because he set up the most basest, the most beastly animal nature of all heathens to be in rulership, man. So again, to you Israelites, to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, do you still want to be like the fucking white man? After all these scriptures that just came out, man, proving to you that the only reason he is in power is because the Lord put him in power. But don't get it twisted. It's only for a moment. It's only for a moment, man. Right? Let's grab the book of... well, let me grab Job 9:24 for right now. It says, the earth is giving into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So the Lord gave the earth, the power of the earth. God damn, all these flies, man. He gave the power of the earth to the hand of the wicked. But it's only for a season. It's only for a temporal time. Pretty soon he's going to set up the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, of course, starting with that 144, to rule and govern in the next kingdom to come. The one that's going to be set up next, man. Like it says in the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Matter of fact, let me grab it before I grab Sirach. All right, because the Bible tells you that Esau, Edom is a so-called white man. And Jacob, which is who? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So it says 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Is it the end of this whole earth, this whole world? No, man. It's talking about the end of a rulership, the end of an era, the end of a time period in which a nation is ruling. All right. And we know that Esau Edom is ruling right now, man. He's the one that has the power over all and everything, man. He controls social media. He controls the water. He controls the food that you eat. He controls the schools and what they learn in those schools. He controls every fucking thing. He controls the roads, the streets. You need a license to operate a car, a vehicle, even though you fucking purchased it with your hard-earned fucking money. You need to have a fucking, what do you call that? A fucking, basically what a slave would carry with them if they were to leave their owner's, God damn it, man. Property, man. They would have to carry some type of paper on them, so that they could show a slave patrol who they belong to, where they're going. All right, and that's still fucking true today. So showing you that he is in fucking rulership. He is in power, man. So for you to be like and think that everyone just you know, there's nobody ruling over somebody else. It's just we're all just left to live to make it on our own. No, man. Fuck that shit. Hell no, man. You know? So yeah, man. But the Lord is only allowing this devil to rule for a certain period of time, man. All right, this is Sirach chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. Again, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. Oh, man. This is a mighty lesson, man, because all these scriptures are coming together like a puzzle. And that's how it's supposed to be, man. All right, if anybody teaches you the scriptures and they're not clicking, you know, with this precept and that precept, this book and this chapter and that book and that chapter and that verse, and the Old Testament, New Testament, the Apocrypha, so on and so forth, man, then you probably shouldn't be listening to them, man, because they're false prophets, man. Or a true prophet, a true man of the Lord is going to bring out precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, just like it says in the book of, Proverbs. All right. It says here a little, there a little, you know, roughly paraphrasing. So yeah, man, that's what we're doing when we teach this word, man. All right, when we teach sound doctrine, man, and we always give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, Great Millstone, because they rule well, man. They taught us well. Okay. I'm gonna end it off with I mean, that's basically the point. Oh, that's basically the point, man. Okay. Hey, man, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we are the stronger people. We are the mightier nation. We are the best, man. We're literally the fucking best people on the earth. But then, you know, again, then you'll say to yourself, well, why is that? If we're at the fucking bottom. Because the Lord, the Most High God, chastened his people, man. All right, but it's not going to be like this forever. The Lord is going to, in the kingdom to come, he's going to put the blessings on us instead of the curses, man. He's going to take the curses off of us, man. And the curses are going to go into the heathens. Why? Because the Lord controls everything and all things, man. So all glory, all respect, all credit is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. All right. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well and taught us his truth.